As Provost and Academic Vice President of Salem State University, I am pleased to convene the commencement exercises and to welcome to today's ceremony you, the graduates, and your guests. Please join me now in standing as you are able for the singing of our national anthem by graduating student Akane Ishida.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang rare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does the star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I am honored to present John D. Keenan, President of Salem State University.
Greetings, class of 2020. Thank you for joining me. I know this is not the commencement you envisioned, and even so, you put that aside to log on and celebrate this special moment today. Thank you again for being here. When we postponed your commencement last year, it was hard to predict that the pandemic would continue for so long and with such force. The past year feels like a lifetime and the blink of an eye all at once. Some of you joined me a year ago for the virtual conferral of degrees, and at that time, I held out hope that in 2021, I could give you a traditional in-person ceremony. Unfortunately, the data told me that this could not be done while also maintaining the health and safety of our campus and our community. So thank you for once again making a tremendous sacrifice for the greater good. By coming together virtually today and through our Viking roll call events, we're demonstrating that we won't let the perfect be the enemy of the possible. The class of 2020 has certainly shown us what's possible. As you know too well, your final semester was upended by a global pandemic at the scale we haven't witnessed in over a century. Overnight, you had to adapt to new ways of learning and living. For many of you and your families, COVID-19 brought much larger difficulties. It led to financial challenges, illness, and unfortunately, in some instances, it led to loss. I want to give my condolences to anyone who has experienced the worst of this pandemic. And despite it all, through grit and determination, you persevered. You continued your studies and made it to graduation. What you've done is truly heroic. So please, don't ever lose perspective of how monumental this accomplishment is. I am confident that from here on, there is nothing that the members of the class of 2020 cannot achieve. You are defined by your adaptability, your resilience, and character. These are attributes that will serve you well and that our world needs now more than ever. This past year has been trying in ways that reach beyond the pandemic. It illuminated long-standing faults in the fabric of our nation. We were required to acknowledge the toxic impacts of systemic racism and hatred, a racism grounded in traditions of unequal treatment of individuals who are Black, Indigenous, and people of color. We witnessed gross inequity in systems of criminal justice, housing, economics, education, and medical care. We experienced a crisis in our political system that culminated in the storming of the United States Capitol by rioters. But amid the horror of the past year, there have been seeds of hope that speak to the ability of progress to thrive under the most difficult of conditions. People have awoken to racial and economic inequities in our country, and they have organized towards change in their lives, their communities, at state houses, and nationally. Over the past year, as we bore witness to the impact of traditions, policies, and practices that served as barriers to access, many of us learned. We learned that injustice left unchecked is destructive to us all, and that bearing witness alone is inadequate. Your collective activism, intellect, and persistence through this challenging year forecasts a brighter future. We also saw history being made in the representation of women and people of color in some of the highest offices. We saw the inauguration of Vice President Kamala Harris, the first female, first black woman, and first person of South Asian descent to hold this office. And locally, Mayor Kim Janey became the first woman and first black person ever to lead the city of Boston. And she was sworn in by Chief Justice Kimberly Budd, who grew up right here on the North Shore in Peabody, and recently became the first black female to lead the state's highest court. This long overdue progress does not negate the work that must be done, but we should celebrate these barriers being broken and how that will contribute to a more equitable future. Just as you've worked to hold us accountable here on campus, please continue to hold your respective disciplines, communities, industries, and elected officials accountable as well. Your time at Salem State has prepared you to contribute, to lead, and to make a difference. The future is bright, and your spirit represents the change that we need to see. There is also hope in the way that our country responded to the pandemic. People bought gift cards to support their favorite restaurants, purchased groceries for those in need, and volunteered to book vaccine appointments for complete strangers. Please, never turn down help when you need it, and take the opportunity to help someone who needs you. While we must address the inequities that this pandemic has further exposed, we can also appreciate the many instances in which we saw outpourings of support and compassion for others. We also saw a significant triumph in our scientific community, and that is something to celebrate. Just over a year since COVID-19 was detected in the United States, the FDA has approved vaccines for emergency use. This shines light on the true power of science and innovation. The fastest vaccine developed before that was for the mumps, and it took approximately 4 years. While COVID-19 vaccines might have been developed in a year, the scientific community took much longer to build. That foundation is a product of curiosity, inquiry, and education, of people who not only asked questions, but who had access to the opportunities that would allow them to pursue answers. Never stop asking questions, searching for solutions, and making it possible for others to do the same. And finally, as the national political landscape became painfully polarized, and it may have been tempting to look away from politics, the voters of this country showed up. Voters turned out in record numbers to have a say in the future of our country. The youth vote also increased and is believed to have tipped elections outcomes in several states. Please continue to use your voice at the ballot box, in your communities, and elsewhere. In our commencement ceremonies this year, we will have the privilege of hearing from a leader who has used her voice to help address issues of social justice. We will hear from award-winning author, social justice scholar, and filmmaker, Dr. Monique Morris. I am proud to be granting her an honorary degree from Salem State University. Of course, there's also much hope to be found in looking at the graduating class of 2020. Because amid all the challenges that we face, I take comfort in knowing that those who persevered to graduation during these trying times are the ones who will lead us in the future. Your Salem State degree is a powerful tool, and I am honored to call you our alumni. I hope that you've been able to use what you've learned at Salem State in fulfilling ways this past year. So please, always hold on to that sense of determination that got you here today. Congratulations to the amazingly resilient class of 2020. Your strength will always be remembered and admired. Thank you. It's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Rob Lutz, Chair of the Salem State University Board of Trustees.
As Chair of the Salem State University Board of Trustees, it is with a great deal of pleasure that I congratulate each member of the graduating class and welcome you, your family, and friends to our commencement. I'm truly honored to represent the members of the university's Board of Trustees. As a member of the Board of Trustees, I'm extremely proud of the work the university has done in preparing you to successfully pursue the careers of your choice. The credit for the university's success, of course, goes to you, the students, and to your supporters, to your mothers and fathers, spouses, grandparents, children, friends, and all others who have supported your efforts here at the university. We are ever mindful of the effort required by each of you to reach the success you have achieved today. Thank you and congratulations.
It is my pleasure to introduce Professor Tiffany Chenault, President of the Salem chapter of the Massachusetts State College Association, who will bring greetings on behalf of the university's faculty and librarians.
Congratulations, everyone. Woo! It's graduation day. Throughout your education, you have navigated across a sea of unknowns. You have persisted through many shifting situations. You are graduating today because you prevailed, making choices and carving out your own destiny. In addition to being well educated in the liberal arts and in your academic disciplines during your journey throughout higher education, you have become aware of societal issues of economic, social, political, and racial inequalities. You have learned to use your voice on issues that matter to you. And you've learned to apply your creativity to critical thinking to overcome challenges that are uniquely yours. Graduating from college, especially during a pandemic, as we know, is no easy task. And many of you are able to do so. Also, many of you are the first in your families to go on to graduate in these trying times. I trust each of you have had many supporters who've kept you going, who've supported you along the way. As president of the union and the Salem State faculty and librarians, I can attest that for me and my colleagues, it has been a privilege to support you in your journey. One of the joys of being an educator at a public teaching university is seeing your individual successes and understanding how those successes matter in ever-expanding circles to your families and to your communities. Listen, this is the most important thing. Today, we celebrate you. We know you will go on to achieve great things for yourselves, for your loved ones, for your colleagues, and for the common good. We want to say to each of you directly and listen closely how valued you are as individuals. We hope Salem State will always have a place in your hearts and in your minds as you move forward and make a difference in the world. Today is your day. Congratulations. We are so proud of you all.
I am now pleased to introduce today's student commencement speaker.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow graduates, I am honored and very excited to stand before you today. This milestone represents your commitment, your dedication, and your passion to achieve more. Your graduate journey has prepared you to reach higher within your given field. Relish in this achievement as a foundation to continue building, expanding, and learning. As you reflect on your graduate journey, perhaps you started with a specific goal, knowing where your graduate degree would lead you. Perhaps you changed direction along the way. Perhaps you didn't know what you didn't know. For instance, I didn't know that 3 semesters of research would be more effort than delivering a baby. I didn't know what it was like to take an online course. Extremely rewarding, but not quite as relaxing in my pajamas as I had hoped. Or that being in Salem on Halloween is akin to leaving Foxborough after a Sunday night Patriots game. And thank you, staff at the Social Work School, for allowing the Keurig machine. A graduate school should never be without a coffee maker. I am certain each of you has your own memories forever etched in your graduate experience. And now what? In an historical year where we siloed, distanced, and hunkered down, it is time to look forward. This past year and the previous 4 have been an inflection point in our history. Our foundation of life as we knew it has shifted. The product of policy has exposed and shined a light on fissures in our culture. And it has presented opportunities for you to make change. My journey started after decades in the marketing technology industry. At 50 years old, I found myself at a crossroads, having experienced significant loss and change. I witnessed loved ones afflicted by trauma and mental illness. I experienced firsthand the challenge to find help. It was in this place that I discovered my purpose was to help people. And since I faint at the sight of a needle, literally, nursing was not an option. Through reflection, soul-searching, and a bit of happenstance, I found myself at Salem State University in the social work program, and I quickly realized I was in the right place. I learned how to study again, how to conduct research, and how to write papers in APA format. By the way, heading 2 is bold, but not italicized. I embraced every class, every text, every piece of literature zealously. During this time, I found the love of my life, and I became a grandmother to sweet, spunky Rosie. I discovered who I was meant to be and what I was meant to do. I am proud, as I'm sure each of you are, to have reached this goal. You may wonder why I chose to disclose my personal experience. Because it is never too late to discover your passion. You may have dreamt of starting or owning your own business. Perhaps you discovered your gift to be in a helping or teaching profession. Maybe you find math both finite and infinite in its possibilities. You took that step forward. You took a risk. And now I am going to challenge you to be contagious. Because contagious can be good too. Be contagious to shift the tide from hate to love, from intolerance to acceptance. Open your mind to new ideas. Open yourself constantly to reflection. Chase solutions when you see a problem. Question the why behind. And as the late Congressman John Lewis encouraged us, make good trouble. Learn and be forever curious. Choose compassion instead of blame. Seek to understand. Explore the strength and envision the possibilities in everyone. Spread love, spread kindness, spread tolerance, spread acceptance. I would like to thank Salem State University, the administration, and staff for their dedication to prepare us and arm us with tools to be leaders and models in our fields. I would also like to recognize my fellow graduates for your hard work and dedication. May you always follow your passion and reach your goals, and may you find space to be contagious. Thank you.
Thank you for those wonderful words of congratulations and thoughtful reflections. President Keenan, I have the honor to present to you Dr. Monique Williams Morris for the honorary degree, Doctor of Humane Letters.
Dr. Monique Morris, you are an educator and activist who has opened eyes and hearts by asking difficult questions and committing yourself to finding the answers. As a social justice scholar, filmmaker, and prolific author, you have sparked national conversations about how race, gender, and education intersect. Among your many talks and publications, your widely acclaimed book, Push Out: The Criminalization of Black Girls in Schools, revealed the deep injustices that exist in the very places that are supposed to be sources of opportunity. You present us with a way forward in your most recent book, Sing a Rhythm, Dance a Blues, Education for the Liberation of Black and Brown Girls. Your work has become essential reading for teachers, principals, policymakers, and more. Reaching beyond your impact as an educator and author, you have contributed your deep knowledge, towards making progress through countless organizations, some of which include the NAACP, Grant Makers for Girls of Color, the Black Girl Freedom Fund, and the National Black Women's Justice Institute, which you founded in 2014. Your commitment to creating a more equitable, just, and promising world for girls and young women of color has positively impacted countless lives. Your dedication to finding the truth, shining light on it, and advocating for needed change is inspiring. Thank you for dedicating your life to closing opportunity gaps and leading us toward creating a society that works for all.
Thank you for this incredible opportunity to address you, the graduates of Salem State University. Congratulations, class of 2020, and congratulations, class of 2021. Today, we celebrate this incredible milestone with you as you enter the next phase of your life. For some of you, this is part of your family's legacy of higher educational achievement. For others, you may be the first in your family to achieve this honor. And now you can walk boldly in designing new pathways for educational achievement and attainment for your loved ones. There is no question that the past year has brought on unprecedented challenges, but through science, perseverance, ingenuity, faith, and love, and good sense, we've made it to this point. Pause to breathe and acknowledge these blessings, because it wasn't easy for anyone. Malcolm X once said that education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. That's a passport you now hold. Your future belongs to you. As you chart your course and consider the next part of your journey, I want to encourage you to understand your trip in the context of the many paths that may knowingly and unknowingly cross your own. The Nigerian author and scholar Chinua Achebe shared with the world that until the lions have their own historian, the story of the hunt will always glorify the hunter. I've always understood this as an invitation for us to explore the power of perspective and to understand how we are all participants in a greater narrative about the lived experience, both of a single incident and of shared societal ones. The story of the hunt is something that impacts not only the lions and the hunter. It impacts the fly on the lion's tail, the antelope and the zebra who may not be far in the distance. It impacts the grass, and it impacts those of us learning about it. The entire ecosystem is impacted by the story of the hunt. And so this is a metaphor for our justice work. All of us are impacted by acts of harm, acts of injustice. So we can't turn away from those paths that may be different from our own, or that don't appear to intersect with ours. They will still affect the ecosystem that we're a part of. So it all still impacts us. My invitation to you graduates is to engage a participatory worldview and actively seek to locate yourselves in the justice narrative. Your investment in your intellectual self is partnered with an opportunity to engage in narratives, conditions, and structures that are greater than just you. The work you will lead, the discoveries you will make, the lives you will impact are all consequential. Being in this position of leadership requires a commitment to align our actions with the idea advanced by Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., that justice is the use of power to correct everything that stands against love. Seeing yourself as part of the movement for justice does not require an extraordinary sensory perception. It also doesn't require you to have a fancy title. It requires that we make the decision to be part of the tapestry of healing in whatever sector, industry, career, life scenario, and or condition that we're in. Some of the most important spheres of influence that you will have will be in your own social and familial settings. This reality invites the wisdom offered by Nikki Giovanni, who explored the power of viewing what we do naturally as revolutionary, meaning explore your passions, offer your gifts, but always maintain a commitment to correct what stands against love while doing it. So I ask, will you use your power to correct everything standing in the way of love? Will you radically center the unconditional positive question in every inquiry? Will you uplift possibility rather than restrict opportunity? The challenge of this work is to be present in our current truths while being emergent in the strategies to design networks and interconnected systems that uplift the best in all of us. The challenge of this work is to engage love as a core value and justice as a metric for success. So the challenge is ultimately for you to consider not just whether you will locate yourself in the justice narrative, but how you will do so. Justice is not a pie to be divvied. It is as infinite as possibility. And you are called to join in the co-construction of that ecosystem. That is the future to which your passport grants access. Thank you, Salem State University, for the opportunity to share these moments in community with you. And again, congratulations, class of 2020, and congratulations, class of 2021. Be bold, be brave, and be loving.
Thank you, Dr. Morris, for your cogent and inspiring address. And now we have reached the portion of our ceremony that you've all been waiting for. Provost Silva, will you please present the candidates for degrees?
President Keenan, I am pleased to present the candidates for master's degrees and certificates of advanced graduate study. The candidates for master's degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences will please rise as you are able. President Keenan, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching, and Master of Science with specification according to the program in which they have qualified.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Salem State University and the Massachusetts Board of Higher Education, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching, Master of Science, according to the program in which you have qualified, with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
Please be seated. Will the candidates for master's degrees in the Bertillon School of Business please rise as you are able? President Keenan, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree of Master of Business Administration and Master of Science with specification according to the program in which they have qualified.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Salem State University and the Massachusetts Board of Higher Education, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Master in Business Administration, Master of Science, according to the program in which you have qualified, with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
Please be seated. The candidates for master's degrees and certificate of advanced graduate study in the School of Education will please rise as you are able. President Keenan, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degrees of Master of Education and certificates of advanced graduate study with specification according to the program in which they have qualified.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Salem State University and the Massachusetts Board of Higher Education, I do hereby confer upon you the degrees of Master of Education, certificates of advanced graduate study, according to the program in which you have qualified, with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
The candidates for master's degrees in the McGuire-Missouri College of Health and Human Services will please rise as you are able. President Keenan, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degrees of Master of Science in Nursing, and Master of Social Work, with specification according to the program in which they have qualified.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Salem State University and the Massachusetts Board of Higher Education, I do hereby confer upon you the degrees of Master of Science in Nursing, Master of Social Work, according to the program in which you have qualified, with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
Please be seated. President Keenan, I am pleased to present the Salem State University graduates.
Alexandra Hillary Abuoff, Melanie Rose Azevedo, Paul Robert Acosta, Caitlin Elizabeth Adams, Benjamin Chase Edelman, Marilyn Hayward Albert, Suzanne Mikalikson Albino, Heather Corday Allard, Isira Justina Almonte, Fabiola Alvarez, Alexandra Ambrosino, Brenda Angel, Rachel Anglin, Gariki Pati Anusha, Nicole Apollo, Lisa M. Apt, Nicholas Aquilante, Cassandra Bonilla Arevalo, Kajal Erin, Christina Ray Arsenault, Heather Arteaga, Riley Ash, Carrie Patrick Atkins, Jessica Therese Audi, Anna Cecilia Avalos Cordova, Kayla Avisis, Jonathan Babula, Leon Otis Back, Blairta Bala, Monica Balarano, Sarah A. Balsley, Stephanie Perlentine Barunas, Jennifer Lynn Barretto, Eileen Therese Barrett, Erin Elizabeth Barrett, Morgan Lee Bavosi, Kathleen Bedford, Jenna Leon Bekeshka, Erica Marie Benjamin, Gabrielle Benson, Joseph Thomas Benson, Brooke Bevan, Cody Catherine Amanda Bierce, Abigail Eden Bigger, Gina Bellotta, Thomas G. Blakeney, Erica Bliss, Megan Bohannon, Amanda Lee Boland, Kathleen Joanne Bombino, Grace Alice Bonaiuto, Vicky Lynn Horton, Stephanie Bornman, Shay Taylor Bourgeois, Chelsea Brandwine Fryer, Heather Branscombe, Taylor Breen, Camila Sage Brett, Heather Gerard, Andrew Lewis Bucci, Victoria Bonfiglio, Eric Arnaldo Burgos, Ashton Burke, Tristan Wells Burke, Susanna Helen Bazard, Erica Marie Cabral, Floreni Cabrera, Rainier Amy Cabrera, Mark Andrew Calder, Mackenzie Shea Califf, Jeffrey A. Cannon, Kristen Capuccio, Molly Elizabeth Carey, Regina Courtney Caradeo, Christine Carney, Tara Brooke Caskins, Irene Francis Cassidy, Ariel Martinson Cefalo, Elizabeth Champagne, Amy Susan Chartier, Bethany Childs, Melissa Churchill, Ashley Chiriello, Caitlin Jean Clare, Nicole Clare, Jasmine Amber Clark, Elizabeth Teresa Claveau, Danielle Elizabeth Cleary, John Michael Clem, Kathleen Cliff, Alexandra Hope Coates, Catherine Patricia Coleman, Sarah Coleman, Lindsay Elizabeth Collette, Michael Collins, Amy Jo Conant, Chelsea Angelina Connor, Barbara Conrad, Drew F. Conrad, Kristen Eleanor Cordy, Noelle Cormier, Catherine M. Corriveau, Anthony Costello, Kelsey Amelia Coughlin, John Coyne, Allison Yvonne Credit, Jesse S. Croach, Laura Celia Crystal, Jillian R. Curtis, Heather Ashley Cusolito, Emily Cutts, Kendra Zernicki, Christopher Damon, Elizabeth Claire Dano, Tracy Danner, Joanna Robin DiPolito, Tracy L. Doss, Megan DeBolt, Anna Diva, Danielle Marie Zenga, Maria Nicole Della Croce, Richard Anthony Del Monico, Samantha D. Magistris, Jill Lynn Demony, Melissa Denish, Virginia Rose Despres, Stephanie Alicia Davino, Vania Diaz, Anna Carmela DiCenso, Sophia Daisy De Cesare, Catherine Dietrich, Nicole Victoria Di Girolamo, Lydia Dieso, Christina Maria Hopley, Alyssa Gail Di Lorenzo, Song Ding, Jacqueline DePercio, Christina Marie DeRuza, Alyssa DeCiccio, Nicole DiStefano, Megan Elizabeth Dixon, Beth Priscilla Doherty, Ashley Doak, Juliana Watley Donovan, Julie Carol Doyle, Georgiana Virginia Driver, Kelly Duchesne, Stephen Lee Duffy, Robert Dugan, Julia Duncan, Shalonda Duperrier, Jasmine Aisa Durbano, Christopher Durbin, Amanda Marie Durgan, Dino Zeno, Michael Theodore Ikonomu, Melissa Ann Eichmann, Alexis Martha Emery, Emily Engelhart, Timothy Erickson Oberg, Nelsie Espanol Mai, Anna Mullen Esposito, Ruth Krista Evans, Justice K. Eze, Rebecca Alice Fagan, Stephanie Diane Folite, Nicole Francis Falzone, Thomas Andrew Fanicos, Sheena C. Farmer, Elizabeth Casey Farr, Catherine Rose Claire Favreau, Nicholas St. Bernard Fearon, Jacqueline Lorraine Fennell, Catherine Elizabeth Ferreira, Kelly Fiert, Marguerite Catherine Fieux, Julia Lynn Philippone, Aaron Tyler Finkelstein, Zachary S. Finney, Amanda Vivian Fisher, Elizabeth Fitzgerald, Sarah LePage Fitzgerald, Meredith Ellen Flanagan, Cindy C. Flores, Heather Flynn, Michaela Flynn, Andre Fonseca, Kendra Victoria Fontenay, Julie Luby Forey, Dorothy Alice Frigetta, Ginger Fritz, Audrey Joy Furkart, Christina Maria Gadman, Andrea Catherine Gagman, Flava Laferne Galbraith, George Griffith Gall, Daniel James Galucci, Marissa Gumbale, Eileen Kate Ganley, Megan Garvey, Angela Njiri Gathage, Melanie Francis Gotro, Emily Ashlyn Gainey, Stacy Geoffroy, Erin George, Sabrina Germain, Eric Gibb, Carrie Shaw Gilligan, Sabrina F. Gillis, Kayla Renee Giluli, Genevieve Gertrude Gleach, Kimberly Green Goldstein, Christopher Nelson Gomez Farewell, Gabriela Maria Gonzalez, Sophia Gramenos, Lauren Danielle Grams, Nicole Marie Gregory, Amy Griffith, Abigail Ann Griffiths, Amanda McKee Grimner, Sasha Grulyan, Michaela Guarino, Brenda Janet Guerra, Nicholas Aaron Guido, Raymond Gillette, Kaltoon A. Guled, Courtney Gurska, Thomas John Guzio, Jared Lawrence Hawes, Lauren Kathleen Higgins, Ozan Barish Hakesever, Emily Elizabeth Hall, Justine Marie Hall, Elizabeth Halley, Matthew Cleaves Hansen, Natsuki Hara, Eileen Patrice Harris, Jillian Harris, Morgan Elizabeth Harris, Janae Lori Harrison, Rebecca Ann Hayden, Gianna Sophia Hayes, David Haycock, Paige Alexandra Hefferin, Brianna Lee Hegarty, Olivia Marie Heim, Kristen Evelyn Helm, Ryan Christopher Henrik, Julie Ann Herman, Christina Violet Hess, Joanna Hessian, John Heber, Erin Ann Hogan, Allegra Rose Holland, Anne Marie Holland, Melody Holmes, Rachel Holt, Megan Eve Haran, Lynn Ho, Catherine Holden, Jason Scott Houston, Ruth Ellenam Hovor, Ashlyn Howard, Kara Ann Gensel Rubes, Megan Elizabeth Hudon, Rachel Hughes, Kayla Courtney Holbert, Catherine May Hunter Smith, Colleen Mary Hurley, Rachel Hurton, Andrea Marie Iovino, Ugoshi Florence Iwuji, Ryan Jackson, Hannah Alexis Jalette, Mamadou Jallo, Arizelda Yaupai, Gennardi Jean Charles, Jennifer Marie Jeffrey, Delaney Teresa Jenkins, Christina L. Johnson, Paul Johnson, Lindsay Nicole Jordan, Nikisha W. Jose, Nicole Marie Jurinji, Penelope Joe Caliavas, Stanley Curia Kamau, Erin Carrick Josie, Sylvie Bell Casnett, Jeremy Kasparian, Madeline Kaufman, Emma Mary Kearns, Francie Cabro, Shannon Keeley, Preja Monique Kegler, Paige Marie Kelly, Jody Michelle Kemp, Andrea Ashley Keogh, Olga Kim Hodgkins, Benjamin M. Kirk, Courtney S. Clapman, Shane P. Kligerman, Marilyn Klinker, Patricia A. Knight, Anna Louise Knox, Katie Kochan, Jennifer Kolopoulos, Jenny Lacola, Caitlin Lang, Alicia La Gambina, Anne Larrabee, Terry Lynn Larrabee Sherlock, Shannon Pantelis Larson, Olivia Jade Latorre, Christian Lazawi, Samantha Emily Lear, Sarah Marie Lieber, Kristen Ashley LeBlanc, Renee Yvette LeBlanc, Jessica Lebwith, Laura Taylor Lee, Megan Charlotte Lewis, Andrea Mary Lichardello, Jacqueline Lima Dos Santos, Alyssa Lograsso, Paula A. Lopez, Alyssa Lozzi, Sarah Lozzi, Caitlin M. Lucido, Scene Luo, Michael Luyette, Kristen Croy Lyons, Konstantinos K. McGimby, Ryan Michael Mahan, Alana Main, Siobhan Malady, Courtney Amber Malcolm, Jalili A. Maldonado, Catherine Lee Mallow, Megan Mandeville, Jessica Lynn Mangiamelli, Tracy Manthorn, Graham Marcoux, Peter W. Marfione, Jessica Taylor Maria, Danielle Jane Marquise, Julia Rice Marshall, Sarah Lynn Martell, Ivy Madison Martin, Jennifer Martin, Susanna Martinez Arevalo, Nicholas Martinez, Siobhan Ellen Marks, Dominique Jacqueline Massey, Saritha Lana Matthew, Lisa Catherine McCarran, Brittany McCarthy, Jessica McCarthy, Mary Frances McCoy, Tiana Lee McCrory, Christopher James McDonald, Jennifer Noreen McGee, Paige McGonigal, Courtney Anna McGowan, Anne Margaret McGrath, Cassandra Chun-Ki McGuire, Antigone McHugh, Erin Mary McLaughlin, Catherine McManus, Garrett Macmillan, Dylan McTiernan, Diane Eustace Melendez, Jason Albert Miro, Robert Merrill, Danielle Marie Muse, Dean Edward Michelini, Olivia Miller, Robert Thomas Miller, Marcus Antonio Minifield, Tyra Marie Hatcher Mitchell, Kevin Lee Montgomery, Heather Moore, Megan Morin, Elizabeth Wynne Morrison, Julianne Gloria Morse, Tiffany Michaela Mosho, Lauren Moustakis, Seamus Matthew Maruk, Emily Nicole Muesques, Rudo Mugandani, Alicia Mulcahy, Kara Nicole Murphy, Kayla Ann Murphy, Joanna Ashley Murray, Stephanie Lynn Murray, Teresa Musgrave, Coleman Nee, Kyle Allen Nelson, Sanju Nepali, John Nesson, Derek Ryan Noakes, Caroline Norris, Justin Roderick Nowak, Timothy Harold O'Brien, Deanna Jamie Choquette O'Keefe, Clesian Oliveira, Laura L. Oliveto, Elizabeth Jane Olson, Lauren Lynn O'Malley Singh, Brittany Marie Orlando, Sophia Ellenwood Padnos, Natalia Lorena Pagan Suarez, Anthony Payarulo, Nicholas Joseph Palili, Dean Papageorgicus, Andrew P. Parisi, Ashley Christina Perrin, Dale Henry Parsons, Holly M. Parsons, Kate Parsons, Gregory Passano, Jessica Patnod, Jessica Lynn Patti, Ryan Patz, Deline Paul, Elana Rachel Peled, Cassandra Nadine Pellicier, Michelle Catherine Pelletier, Victoria Isabella Penna, Jessica Susan McGuire Peretti, Muriel C. Peterson, Valerie Ann Peterson, Tyler John Petrocione, Maria Elizabeth Petrosino, Nicole Elise Pera, Brandon Michael Pezzuto, Justin John Pezzuto, Annalise Pfeiffer, Wendy Phillips, Megan Picillo, Erica Paisano, Paige Lennox Plouffe, Chelsea Pollock Banks, Matthew Ponce, Brenda Posada Rivera, Colin David Potter, Megan Elizabeth Powers, Oliver J. Prado, Nash Senni, Julia Evelyn Puccio, Diane F. Pulliam, Christine Marie Ramo, Emily Raposa, Catherine Diana Ratti, Jessica Rose Raymond, Tiffany Reams, Jennifer Riley, Michael Thomas Richard, Emily A. Reese, Nicole Elizabeth Rigby, Tatiana Marie Rivera, Olivia Marie Rizzo, Yvonne Suzanne Robbins, Jacqueline Suzanne Robichaux, William Joseph Roche, Joshua Rosenthal, Natalie J. Ross, Amanda Carol Rossignol, Paige A. Ritondo, Karen Rowe, Alexa Noel Roy, Karen Lizette Ruiz Vino, Michelle Rybicki, Kiriroth S. Sain, Jake Bingham Salamita, Marissa Rose Salzillo, Erin Marie Sanderson, Michael John Santoro, Flavia Santos, Raquel Santos, Caitlin Santos Wasso, Carly J. Santulo, Sonita Sao, Alexa Jade Sasso, Michael Paul Sawyer, Kayla Schwenke, Kaylee Ellen Scott, Amy Catherine Sennett, Aitam Yusuf Sarhan, Lauren Sarapika, Veronica A. Sestini, Christine Sulam Scambalone, Caitlin J. Shalvey, Anan Shen, Myers Miriam Jeffra Schutzer, Rose Marie Silva, Ashley Sylvie, Angela Rufo Singer, Tam L. Sin, Abby Slezak, Thomas Smiley, Rosie L. Smith the Fourth, Jeffrey Snyder, Margaret Annalise Somerset, Antonella Sordillo, Jennifer Lynn Spanetta, Samantha Spielman, Lindsay R. Splain, Mahala St. Paul, Kristen Staples, William James Statkevich, Kaylee Kathleen Steele, Jillian Rose Stinnett, Julie Marie Stone, Lindsay Marie Stropel, Catherine Claire Stempfel, Brandon Sungi, Marlene Surun, Chelsea Sweeney, Colleen Sweeney, Erin Sweeney, Katie Elizabeth Sweet, Jessica Alexis Swindell, Elizabeth A. Swinning, Sarah Gabriel Sabicki, Shannon Tombor, Megan Brennick Tamaro, James Edward Toms, Nathaniel Tarrin, Amy Tashin, Susan K. Teal, Adele Valentina Tellier, Justin Michael Turlisner, Elizabeth Termini, Lucy Athalie Janae Tu, Brienne Elaine Thibodeau, Jake Scott Thongsithavong, Alicia Tierney, Karen M. Torres, Michelle Barbara Tortora, Haley Jeannie Travolgia, Ryan Keith Travis, Jia Chong Tu, Ana Gabriela Filomena Tuchella Valentino, Jill Robinson Tully, Jessica Turnbull, Jacob William Turner, Cecilia Tuttle, Kathleen Howell Toomey, Maureen Patricia Tyner, Shannon Marie Underwood, Christine Barbara Ungaro, Katrina Marie Valario, Renner Legaspi Venico, Deanna Lori Ventresca, Martha Maria Veris, Madeline G. Vielman, Evan Paul Vigneault, Mia Sarah Vitale, Jonathan Michael Vitrano, Dario Vukovic, Alexa Ray Kelleher Walker, Jordan Walsh, Heather Marie Walter, Amanda Gail Ward, Shannon Elizabeth Ward, Sonia Ward, Nicole Warner, Fatumata Wia, Kimberly A. Weatherby, Melissa Elaine Weed, Stephen Wenzel, Aaron Wertheimer, Lauren Lee Weston, David A. Whitfeld, Craig Scott Wiley, Emily Agnes Winskowicz, Joanna Weishan Wong, Gordon Woodfin, John Michael Workman, Rachel Burris Wright, Lei Yao, Ella Yapiapan, Vanessa Magdalena Yavorski, Shuhan Yu, Rihanna Sharif Yusuf, Carissa Joy Zakis, Caroline Ann Zaremba, Sarah Zavarelli, Carol Zicella, Ashley Ann Zinchuk, Erin Zelik, Suleiman Zuad, Ashley Rose Prince, Abigail Quimby, Alexa Robinson, Amanda Tombino, Brianna Silva, Christopher Drew Hamill, Taya Jane Stefanov, Lizzie Gray, Eric Sanderson Jr., George Ayote, Georgiana Mutanga, Jada Blake, Julia Carey, Jessica Murphy, Kenny Brown, Caitlin Newman, Louisa Balgassi, Louise Virginia Martinez, Mark Califf, Sarah Carr, Shannon Cooney, Sarah Lampasona, Samantha Nigro, Tanya Hawk, Yampi Abar.
Congratulations to the graduates. New graduates, you have many to thank for assisting you in achieving the wonderful milestone of a college education. The faculty of Salem State University were a critical part of your success. New alumni, please join me in showing our faculty our appreciation. And now, to bring us greetings from the Alumni Association, is Double Viking Deborah Lee Surface, Salem State University's Alumni Association President.
Hello, graduates. I am Deborah Lee Surface, Salem State University Alumni Association President. I am a double Viking. I graduated from Salem State with a bachelor's degree in art in 2005 and my MBA in 2019. My path to becoming a Salem State student was non-conventional, and maybe like many of you. My career at this university, as I'm sure you can relate, was full of people who showed me compassion and who had a desire to see me succeed. I found where I belonged, and it was in the most unexpected place. The university, its faculty and staff, offered me so many opportunities and provided me the chance to make connections that would help me as I grew in my career at Salem State and beyond. But those opportunities and connections were unexpected because I did not have any intention of attending Salem State for my education, let alone 2 degrees. But ultimately, and fortunately, I fell in love with this institution. So how does someone who never had any intention of attending Salem State end up becoming a double Viking and the president of the Alumni Association? Let me rewind to 2001. I had applied early decision to the University of Rhode Island and knew that was where I wanted to be. There was no question. After declaring my major, making the cheerleading team, moving to URI early to start practice, and finally attending my first week of classes as a freshman, I had an epiphany. I hated it. I called my parents and said, I hate it here. I can't stay here. Thankfully, they supported me in my decision. I would return to the North Shore and go to Salem State to take some classes. Luckily, before leaving high school, Salem State had a table set up in my school for on-the-spot admissions. And while on the way to lunch that day, I said, hey, why not? They waived the application fee, my dad went to Salem State, and let me just apply. So I did, and I got in. full well knowing I was going to go to Rhode Island. Well, that one application, filled out on a whim, opened so many doors for me. Salem State, in my time of need, offered me an opportunity to return home from Rhode Island and find that feeling that I was missing. When I came to Salem State, I instantly felt at home. I instantly knew it was the place for me. I took night courses to begin with, and eventually I was admitted to the honors program, where I was awarded a presidential honors scholarship. 4 years later, like all of you, I walked across the stage at graduation as a newly minted alumna and would return several times over the following decade. And now, I stay connected because of all Salem State has given to me, given all of us. I have chosen to be part of the Alumni Association for the past 10 years and become an adjunct in the Bertillon School of Business because I want to give to future students what Salem State gave to me. I want to be a part of helping to create opportunities for students like you and me, and ensure every student has the chance for that unique experience that culminates in the pride and connection we all share. Every aspect of my connection to Salem State, as a student, an adjunct, and Alumni Association president, feels like home, and everyone at Salem State feels like family. And for all of you, graduates, your family is going to grow in leaps and bounds following today's ceremony. Our alumni community is over 70,000 strong, and you're all now a part of that community. The Alumni Association is here to support you and be a support system for you to continue that connection to the university as you had as students in your postgraduate lives. Our graduates work together to support and lift each other up. The Alumni Association sponsors events and activities throughout the year to connect you to our immense alumni network and offers you the opportunity to stay involved within your major, your new profession, and your passion. Whether you graduate today and follow the lead of over 85% of our alumni who remain on the North Shore, or chart your own course, you will join our fellow alumni in fueling the economy, keeping us safe, educating our communities, keeping us healthy, and working on the front lines during the pandemic. While you are continuing to show the world all that makes you a Viking, your determination, grit, and resiliency, remember to stay connected to the place where you honed those traits. The opportunities Salem State has provided to all of us was just the beginning. As you go out into your communities, know that the university, through the Alumni Association, still has so many opportunities for you to explore. Graduates, once again, congratulations. We all look forward to seeing the differences you make in your communities and how your lives will be changed with the degree you received today. Please stay connected so we can see that transformation. Come to our events, stay in touch, or reach out to me personally so I can buy you a cup of coffee and we can talk together about your future.
I hereby pronounce today's commencement ceremonies adjourned.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. Your resilience has been an inspiration. You have come so far, and I know you will go even further. Thank you for making us proud. You will always be part of our Viking family. Congratulations.
Felicitaciones. Parabéns. Congratulations to you and your family.
Congratulations to the Salem State Class of 2020, especially to the graduates of our French program and Certificate in Translation. Félicitations à tous, je suis très fière de vous.
Congratulations, Class 2020. I'm proud to be your professor. We went through this together. You're stronger than COVID-19 because you're Class 2020.
Congratulations, international students and study abroad graduates from the Center for International Education.
Woohoo! A big congratulations to the class of 2020 from Salem State University. You did it. I'm so proud of you. And here's to an incredible future. Go Vikings!
On behalf of the Salem State University Police Department and the Chief of Police, Gene Labonte, we congratulate the class of 2020 on your graduation. Stay safe and healthy.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Go Vikings!
Congratulations, Sport and Movement Science students. Virtual handshake.
Congratulations, Salem State University class of 2020. Sorry I can't be there to graduate with you, but look, remember, you've just got to do this and you're a graduate. Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2020, and to all of the media and communication graduates.
Congratulations, graduates. You did it. We wish you all the best. We're so proud of all of your accomplishments, and we hope that you'll stay in touch.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Well done.
Hello, this is Luke Conlin, professor in chemistry and physics, wishing the class of 2020 a happy graduation. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to international students from China. 祝贺来自我们中国的国际留学生。
Congratulations, all of the Bertillon School of Business graduates. Yay!
May you have peace, may you have joy, and may you find balance.
I hope that you will never be without a good pen and a journal and the innate ability to just write it out. Whatever it is that's standing in your way, guys, write it out.
To my awesome practicum fellows, Alana, Amanda, Laura, and Alyssa, congratulations, you did it! Yay!
Congratulations, graduates. You have grown so much. You are healthcare studies strong. Go out and make a difference in the world. Damn it. Yeah!
Congratulations, grads.
Congratulations, Salem State University students, class of 2020. You have earned the right to wear your tassel on the left. And although it may look like I'm celebrating Halloween, I am actually celebrating you in this year of the mask. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations and best of luck on your new adventures.
Congratulations to the class of 2020.
Hey, healthcare studies grads, don't you dare let this pandemic dampen your spirits, your excitement, your joy, and the pride you are feeling right now as you complete your degree. And while we can't be there with you to celebrate on May 16th, we know you've worked so hard, so we're bringing the celebration to you.
I'm Dr. Judy Josephs, sending the very best wishes to the class of 2020.
Congratulations to all media and communication graduates and to all Salem State graduates.
Make yourself happy and healthy and successful. Okay, we hope that every day you get up with your intention to make that happen. Thanks and congratulations. Go.
Congratulations, study abroad students, class of 2020, Salem State.
We wish you all the success you desire. Now go change the world.
Congratulations, class of 2020! I wish you fulfillment in all your work in healthcare. It's challenging, it's gratifying, it just brings a lifetime of growth and fulfillment. And I hope that wherever your work takes you, you experience that. We're really proud of you. Congratulations.